Hi everyone, and welcome to the Taurus April 2022 mid-month love, health, and wealth reading. This is I'm Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance, or better put, to find where you fit. All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining me. For everyone who's returning, thank you so much. I can't tell you how appreciative I am for you continuing to support my videos, but I'm also very happy for anyone who is new. Now, this reading is a little different than what I've done previously, as we are focusing specifically on love, health, and wealth in this reading. This is meant to be a quick reading to really just bring your point of awareness back to yourself and to keep some things in mind as you move through the second half of the month, as far as not kind of losing sight of who you are and the importance you bring out into your everyday experience. If you are interested, I do also have expanded illumination readings for each sign on my YouTube channel, which they go by the Zodiac sign, and which kind of look at more of the challenges and blocks that you might be facing for this month and how to overcome them. All right, so Taurus, let's start with love. Let's dive right in. I'm going to pull some cards here, and then we'll pull some clarifiers. All right, we have two. Oh, love it. So we have express your love. It says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And then we have trust. It says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Oh, I love that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull an additional card, and then we'll get into clarifiers and the message here. So right off the bat, I mean, express your love and trust. There is this feeling of really being given the go ahead to, if you have feelings for somebody, to really express that. Now, love doesn't always have to pertain specifically to romantic love. For those of you who are looking just in general for the general supportive energy of love, this could also be where you are meant to really express something about what you love, and to have trust and faith that as you lean into that, that others will support you in your expression of what you love. But if this is pertaining specifically to another, if there's somebody else in your environment that you have maybe been feeling like you've been holding back a little bit, you feel like if I fully go ahead and tell this person how I feel, I can't trust. Oops. Actually, this card seems like it wants to be the one, so we'll go ahead and look at this. Oh, well, glad I pulled it. So, but it looks like, again, so if there's somebody in your life where you've been holding back from really expressing this love outwardly, you're being told to trust that if you do, it's going to be within your best interest. Now, I can't always say that it's going to be that because the person reciprocates it. It could be that the person hears your expression of love and says, you know what, I don't really feel that way. But that allows you then at that point, instead of kind of dancing around the topic or waiting for somebody to say it first, gives you that idea of, or gives you that ability to see, okay, well, I expressed myself and the person basically told me I don't feel the same way. And so now I can go out and I'm released to be able to see other options. So, you know, there's always this kind of feeling in the energy of everything that when we go towards what we want, we will ultimately get what the universe knows we need, which is in our best interest. So we do have focus on love. It says, look for the good in everyone. Number 24 breaking down to a 6, which actually represents the energy of love in numerology. So there's a lot of just love coming through here, of trusting in love, trusting in expressing from that place of love, and really you're being asked to speak and to act from that place. So when it says go ahead and make the romantic gesture, there is something here about, again, either opening yourself up more fully and more vulnerably to a romantic partner, or going ahead and expressing about something you love and to others, so that others can actually participate in the energy of love through you connecting what you love with them. All right, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers here. So let's go ahead and see what What does Taurus need to know more specifically about this expression of love, and why should they trust? That's a little much. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it clear. Oh, I love it. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. That is your legacy in the physical, or expressing what you see as abundance. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, wow, yeah. Knight of Swords is a card of expression. This is the card of going in with quick communication, quick movement. So there's something here around really leaning into trust to express what you see as your ultimate kind of abundant potential here. This would be like telling somebody, maybe somebody that you've been in a relationship with, but you haven't actually really had that talk where you sit there and you're like, I see you as part of my long-term plan, and my long-term plan means moving out of this 2-bedroom condo in the city, and it's moving to the country to have a farm and 4 children and live this beautiful dream of mine with you. It's along those lines of really being able to communicate that. And sometimes we have to just kind of, this Knight of Swords, I almost feels like kind of like biting the bullet. Like you've been dancing around trying to express something, and it's time to just express it. It's time to just express your vision of what you ultimately want for yourself, and whether this is just expressing it outward to everybody, or whether this is expressing this to one person, to say, this is what my ultimate vision of what I want for myself, what I want to create, what I want to produce, the legacy I want to leave behind. And I really hope that you want to do this with me. So it's interesting. So you're really being told to trust, to go out there and express. What do you need? What do you want, Taurus? What ultimately, when you think about it, if you could emotionally lean into what it would feel like for you to have everything that you wanted, that if you could truly have this, kind of castle lifestyle, it's something where, again, yes, it is moving to the country and having this amazing, more natural, holistic lifestyle? Or is it where you realize, I really want to follow this career passion and I want to see where that takes me? And my dream would be me going on a traveling circuit where I'm, speaking to large groups of people, and I want somebody who can come with me and support that. Or this is something where maybe it's on a smaller level, that you just want to tell somebody that you love them and you see your future with them, and it doesn't matter where that future is, it's just with them. But whatever it is, it's something around really expressing that, and this is that outward expression. So lean into that for the second half of this month, Taurus. Really use your words, as we would say. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at health. And for health, we're really going to look at again, I'm not a medical practitioner, so this is not health advice in that capacity. This is more about looking at your holistic health. Which does include the spiritual side to ourself here. And I did actually post a blog on my website speaking about spiritual health. What is spiritual health? What do I see as, spiritual health? And why is it so important to focus on it as part of your overall holistic health, which includes your physical health and your mental health? So let's go ahead and see, I look at health in this kind of reading is almost more like, what do you need to work on for yourself? What do you need to be aware of that maybe you might be experiencing a block around, an energetic block? Ooh, walking away. Okay, number 27 breaks down to a 9, which is about the ending of a cycle. The number 9 is that kind of wrap up energy of learning all the lessons that you kind of gleaning all the lessons you've had from the last cycle, and as you get ready to move into the start of the next cycle, really being able to carry those lessons forward. This also kind of speaks to walking away from something that maybe had been good. It has the 9 of Pentacle kind of energy in it. from the tarot, which is, speaks to, again, having abundance, really living in a comfortable, independent way, but understanding that in order to go from the Nine of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, which is your ultimate experience of abundance in the physical, you have to walk out and away from the Nine of Pentacles in search of the 10th Pentacle, and to trust that that is out there for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some additional clarifiers here to see, really, I get the feeling that you're having a hard time making that decision. You have to walk away from something. Of course, we have the Death card come up, which is, okay. So I'm just going to say this right off the bat, guys. For some of you, there's an ending of a relationship. Death and the Four of Wands. This can actually be the end of a marriage. Something needs to be walked away from. And that could be kind of where this expression of what you ultimately want for yourself is going to bring this to the place of awareness, because that other person might say, I don't want any part of that. The other way we could see this is that death also involves transformation. So that the Death card in the tarot brings in both energies. It is the number 13. It's also a card that represents the energy of Scorpio, which Scorpio is the energy of death and transformation, of rebirth, rising from the fire as the phoenix. So there is this feeling that this could actually be a rebirth in a relationship where something is renewed and you are rebuilding on a new foundation. That's what the Four of Wands is. The Four of Wands is building a foundation from a place of passion, taking action to do that, and celebrating that with others. But there could be something around, maybe there was a faulty foundation to begin with, and something has to fall away to be rebuilt again. But for some of you, this could actually be indicating it's time to walk away from a long-term committed relationship. So in the world of health, it's looking at, there is a block around needing to walk away from something, that a foundation that is not stable, or a foundation that needs to be transformed into something new. So this could be where perhaps you had started down a career path and you had kind of built a foundation from it. You loved doing what you did, but now at this point you've outgrown it, or it never manifested into what you wanted, and you know now that that has to be let go of. It's time to walk away from that job, walk away from that passion, something along those lines, to allow that energy to be transformed into the building of a new, firmer foundation that's going to be more in alignment with the vision of abundance you have for yourself. So that's in the health sector. Now for the final sector, we're going to take a look at wealth. And wealth can, yes, be, it can be obviously monetary. It can be, physical abundance. I would also have you keep in mind, as we are looking at this card, as to what you feel you need more of, what would make you feel wealthy, whether this is more love, whether this is more time. So we have chop wood. It says number 42, which breaks down to a number 6, also bringing in the energy of love again. So chop wood really speaks to just kind of doing the day-to-day tasks. Keep your head down and do what needs to be done. That sometimes where those epiphany moments come in, where everything lines up, is just when we are doing the day-to-day tasks, the demands of the day, and we are allowing that to just kind of come through. Let me pull some clarifiers here to see how this is going to have to do with wealth. I do feel like maybe perhaps some of you guys have, been working towards something, or getting that feeling, maybe wanting to walk away from a job or walk away from something that you've been doing for a while, whether it's a relationship or whether it's career related. But you're being told that for the second half of this month, it's about kind of keeping your head down and just keep doing the work. You might feel like everything is telling you, I want to run away from this and not do it anymore. And it's saying, okay, well, yes, it is time to walk away. But in the meantime, as we're allowing the energy to kind of everything to kind of come, as you start to express what you want, allow the energy to settle. It's almost like kicking up the dust to then see what's left after that point, and that's going to be where you know what you have to walk away from and where you're walking towards. So we have right here, coming out as clarifiers, we have the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, which is really actually some fun energy here, Taurus. This is quick communication, quick movement. This could actually be even electronic communication, so an email, a text. And the Page of Wands really brings in that energy of going out there and working with your passions from this like fresh, childlike perspective of like, woohoo, look at the wand I get to play with out there again. So there's a renewal of passion. And there is going to be some type of quick communication that comes in from somebody that is going to allow you to, I think, tap back into this passionate part of yourself and allow you to have an avenue to work with that and express that. And that's why you're kind of being asked to just kind of almost keep your eyes on yourself, focus on what you need to do. And in the wealth sector, there's going to be something that comes in that's going to be that opportunity, that communication that's going to be like, okay, it's go time. You gotta pick back up that passion again and try it in a new way. Go out and be able to see what you can actually do with it. And I think that's a really great kind of wrap up here, Taurus, for this reading. Is just this for the second half of this month. Really focus on expressing what you love, what you see for yourself, ultimately trusting that as you do, it's going to be supported, and that you're staying open to, if we're looking at health and, spiritual and energetic blocks, there is something that needs to be walked away from so that either it can be allowed to be transformed into something new, or just because it's no longer supporting you at this point and you're now growing beyond it, and to allow what's coming in, this new fresh energy in your wealth and abundance sector, to really allow that passion to come back in. But I do get the feeling that passion is going to be expressed in a new way, that based on this communication, based on what this quick moving energy, you're going to be asked to kind of like pick up a passion. Maybe a passion you thought you had to walk away from here, but now it's going to have a new avenue of expression. And that will lead to, again, something within your wealth sector that's going to make you feel more wealthy. Maybe what will make you feel more wealthy is actually just working with your passion in a new and fresh way. But it will ultimately bring in some type of, it'll move you closer to the abundance you're expressing that you want for yourself over here. Interesting message, Taurus. I hope you've enjoyed this. Just so that you are aware, I do have my more expanded illumination readings for each sign up on my YouTube channel for the month of April if you're interested. Also, next month I'm going to be doing things a little differently, in that the illumination reading for the month of May for each sign will also include an extended that will take a deeper dive into the energies of love and really clarifying some of the lessons and blocks and diving a little deeper there. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. I do offer personal readings. I also offer live readings via either Zoom, or I am now offering a in-person reading in a new space that I've created if you are in the Northern Virginia area. Either way, I hope to either see you there or to see you next month for May's illumination readings. Have a wonderful rest of the month, Taurus. Bye-bye.